Well, I took the tarp off about an hour ago. I'd had the couple hours this morning when I went for a walk, and then the other day I had it on for about 3 hours, the heater, my little shop heater inside the well here, and then tarped over, so it was just heating that one area to speed up the cure on the easy fillet. And that's all done. So I started sanding, and I wanted to show you something. I was going to go down and talk to John Bartlett, the head chemist at System 3, and say, you know, I don't know why you're not, Hatch wasn't in tight, why you don't keep making that even if it doesn't, I don't know, if it doesn't dry in Louisiana, I don't care. It's like sands like a rock. Let me go ahead and reset up and I'll show you what I mean. I thought it would be easy, and it's not. So let me reset up and we'll go on with this. I'm going to go ahead and sand this spot in here just to see, to show you. Brand new sheet of sandpaper. And I was pressing for all I was worth to get that stuff come up. I mean, that's one tough paint. I'm going to go back ahead and do some more of this off camera. But it's for the repair, I'm quite happy. It's coming out smooth enough, and I always know it's a repair there. So I'm done sanding. I'm happy with what I've got. And like I said before, I'm always going to know there's a patch there, and you may or may not see it, depending on whether you've seen those videos or not. But I don't care. I'm probably never going to sell this boat anyway, so I'm going to go get some primer. It's a beautiful day on Friday. It's sunny. I'm going to go out and ride my Yamaha T-Max. I haven't ridden it for a few days, so I'm going to go out and enjoy the afternoon. So we'll come back when I'm painting. I got all the primer on, and I've got my sander set up with some 220 grit. So I'm going to give the epoxy primer a little bit of a sand, and then I'm going to go ahead and paint it out. I'm going to try something different since I don't have a matching paint from the original type. I got some good enamel paint, but it came in a spray can, so I'm going to spray it on, and I think I'll be able to get a better feather edge than trying to brush it on. I'll see. If it doesn't work, well, so what? But I'm going to go ahead and sand it now, and we'll come back as I'm spraying it on and see how that goes. Well, here goes. Now the count's still out on whether this is going to cover correct. If I don't get gassed first. Let me go ahead and do this off camera. See what we've got when I come back. Well, you were probably on that last little clip there wondering what the hell was he thinking to using a spray can inside. That ended pretty quickly, especially when I got over messing with the camera on the other side of the boat and I happened to look down and there was just like, what the hell's this misting on the gunnel? And I noticed I had overspray up in here and down in here, so I had to get out wet rag and wipe everything down. So now I'm going to switch over to, which I should have got the first time because I cheaped out and got the spray can was $1 less than the brush on can was. So let me go over and switch over, and I'm going to paint this out. I don't think you need to watch me paint, but I'll show you what I've got after. I got one coat on, and it's like somebody asked me if you can see, you know, anything. I mean, if you get the right light, you know, you can see little, you know, grooves. It's like I've said before, it's a boat. It's going to have flaws. Go out and enjoy it. It's not furniture. It's not some $100,000 Mercedes that you're afraid to take to Costco because you're going to get the doors banged. Use it. But if I wanted to, I could have made it, you know, if I would have put in all the extra time and faired in everything and sanded out. The problem you get, and I'm noticing now, is the more you sand it, the more the surface of the plywood looks different. So then, you know, everything's surrounded. So if I really wanted to have made this invisible, I probably would have sanded the whole thing down a lot more than I did, and then put in a layer of glass cloth between the edges of the layer of the tape we put on here. If you remember in the video on this hull, probably a dozen or more ago, well, it did more than that, probably 20, 25 videos ago. So I'm going to go ahead and get the paint, and we'll come back when I get done. Well, I got the first brush coat on, and it went on fairly well, and I had another one of those little 3-inch section of the cheap foam roller on the 3-inch cage to roll everything out and kind of smooth it out and get rid of the brush strokes. So it's probably going to take at least one more, possibly 2 more coats to cover up the gray primer. Almost wish the primer was just a little bit lighter in color so it didn't take so much paint, but then I guess when you're painting white over something, it's going to take more. I'm going to close this video out with this segment. I mean, there's no use in watching me do this anymore. I'll have a more of an inside shot of the finished boat once I'm outside again, and show you what it looks like, you know, under the daylight. But I'm more concerned about flipping it over, going ahead and painting this out and letting the paint dry after a couple more coats upside down while I work on the bottom, so I can let the bottom cure for a week or so before I take it outside, because I have some other needs for the workbench here. So, and the other thing I want to tell you is watch where you put your hands. I should have put some cloth over this, which I did the other day when I was working on with the primer, just to keep, because you're going to get it in your hands, you're going to touch things as you try to keep from falling out or in the boat. So I've had to keep my water and cloth handy to pick up any of the paint that I might have put on the boat. So until the next video, when I flip this over and we do the finish up work on the bottom, see you later.